Hi, this is Thomas, EVP Product Experiences at Appspace. In this video, I will share how Appspace and Cisco Webex teamed up to bridge the return to the office. Over the last 10 to 12 months, we've worked closely with Cisco Webex to make sure that we were providing tools for employees to stay connected and engaged while working from home, and at the same time help organizations prepare the office for a safe return. I will use this Appspace immersive demo to walk you through the user journey, starting from our home office through the different scenes of a workspace environment. So to get started, let's enter the home office. We've made the home office a first citizen of the modern workplace. Cisco Webex devices allow employees to maintain communication with their peers, customers, or partners. Running the Appspace app on the Webex device allows organizations to maintain communication as it was in the workplace on digital signs. Companies can see corporate news, HR feeds, infotainment content, recommendation, health recommendation, and so forth. We also released the Appspace portal for users to access on their personal device. Employees can now simply access from their laptop, phone, or tablet the Appspace portal by just logging in using single sign-on. They will be presented with company feeds from the latest posts, and they can scroll down to see previous and earlier posts. They will be able to access videos such as company town halls, product updates, or any Webex recording that was uploaded to the Appspace account. They'll be able to access channels that they are subscribed to as a user, corporate channels, social channels, and so forth. And the new feature is the ability to access places. Now, places is a brand new feature in Appspace, and it's there to help organizations bridge the return to the office. Making the home office a first citizen of the workplace was important at first in the beginning of this year. But now that we're ready to bring employee back into the workplace, we need to give a tool that will allow that safe return and ease the return. So with Places, an employee can book as simple as a building pass access, selecting a building of their choice, viewing what restriction applies to that building, and being able to book a building pass access for a day, a couple of days, or so forth, making sure that as they click the reserve button, they're presented with a consent form or a health and safety questionnaire that will ensure that they comply to the new rules of the workplace environment. If the employee wishes to reserve a workspace resource, they can just simply select the workspace, select which building they want to go to, which floor, which type of resources they're looking for, such as, for example, a desk, and what type of device they're expecting on this desk, such as, for example, a desk pro. As you can see here, we present an office map. You can zoom in and out of that map. You can see the resources that are available, desks, meeting rooms, the desks that have a desk pro. You can select that desk. You can have a preview of the desk. And if you click reserve, you can say from what date to what date you need this desk, for how long you need it, if you want to invite other people to join. And finally, as you click reserve, once again, you can be presented with an NDA, with a consent form, or with a health and safety questionnaire to make sure that you comply to the new rules. Once your reservation has been validated, you can access all your reservations from the reservation tab. This will also allow you to check in and extend a booking directly from the Appspace portal. The Appspace portal leverages a hybrid calendar environment that can be made of your O365 resources, such as meeting rooms, and Appspace calendar resources, such as parking place, desks, pods, lockers, pretty much anything you want to allow the employee to be able to book in the workplace environment. This ability to manage a hybrid calendar environment gives you total flexibility as a facilities manager to make sure that you're optimizing your workspace for the return to the office. You can also integrate with IWMS software to bring in resources that exist within your IWMS. All right, now that as an employee we've been informed and stayed connected through feeds and videos, and we've booked a workspace resource in the office, let's make our way to the office lobby. In this scene, the office lobby is powered by a big digital sign, and as you can see here, there's a Webex share device that's running the Appspace app. You can also see that we're displaying wireless presence data using Cisco DNA spaces so that we can inform at all time visitors and employees on the current occupancy of the building. Now I brought my phone with me. Let's see how I can actually also use a QR code to, as an employee, access all my company information on my personal device. Again, using the Appspace portal, which is fully responsive, I can easily access the content portal and view the latest feeds and company feeds, the same feeds that run on the digital sign here or other feeds that are unique to users on their personal device. One last thing before I move to the check-in workflow. All Appspace devices also allow you to live stream video. So I can take the real estate of the screen at any time and start live broadcasting video. So here is me joining from my hotel room. And as you can see, I've now enabled IPTV on this display, moving from standard digital signage to a full end-to-end experience with Appspace. Now that we met over video, let's head over to the check-in experience. We have here a Desk Pro paired with a wireless printer. It's running the Appspace app in half-wake mode. And as you can see, I'm going to be displaying a QR code again, and let's bring up my phone. I'm going to be able to simply scan that QR code and access the Appspace portal, but this time, instead of accessing the company feeds, I'm going to access my reservations, and as an employee, I'll be able to check in to confirm that I'm actually entering Building 1, Flamingo Tower 1. If I'm a visitor and I haven't checked in yet, I can simply touch the screen. As you can see here, there's an indication saying that visitors can register from this device. So simply touch the screen and you can access the visitor registration workflow. So let's quickly do that. Enter your name, email, company name, ID, whatever you want to capture from the visitor. Who they're visiting, I'm going to visit myself for the sake of the demo. What kind of visit I'm here for. I'm going to leverage the camera of the Desk Pro to take a picture of the visitor. Click Next, sign an NDA or sign a health and safety questionnaire or consent form. I'm provided with guest Wi-Fi credentials, and on the way out there's a checkout workflow. If I take my phone, you will see that in a second I'm going to receive as a host a visitor registration bot notification. That's showing me that my visitor has checked in at the reception. I get a picture of the visitor as well as a signed copy of the signed NDA. Let's head back to our Desk Pro for a minute. I'm going to head back to the kiosk mode. As you can see, you can also access company news and also wayfinding services from that device. Now let's head to our meeting. I'm going to go over to the elevator area. Whereas you can see here, sorry, that was a little bit too quick. I have an elevator, I'm going to the 4th floor. I have also a digital sign. This could be a smart TV, such as a Samsung or an LG display running natively the Appspace app. And I'm able here to access our wayfinding services to quickly locate where my meeting room is. I can jump to the 4th floor, see where the meeting room is. If it's not booked, I can book it from here or book any other meeting rooms that I want. So I can select a room and go through the booking workflow. I'm now ready to move on and climb into the elevator. As I arrive on the 4th floor next to my meeting room, outside the meeting room there's the new Cisco Navigator. This touch panel runs the Appspace room scheduling experience. And as you can see from here, if the room has not been booked, I can go through a booking workflow. I can also do a booking in advance and just select a time slot that I want to book and confirm the name of the meeting. And once my booking is confirmed, the room will be ready for check-in. I can also flip the card. If this room was occupied and I was looking for another room, I can simply flip the card and access the wayfinding map to look on the 4th floor what other rooms are available and book that room from here. So introducing wayfinding services and the ability to book other resources from the room scheduling panel outside the meeting room. Right, I think we're ready to enter the meeting room, so let's just head inside the room. In this scene, the Appspace app is running directly on the room kit. As you can see, we have digital signage content in half-wake mode, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you'll also notice here on the touch panel that we have a number of actions. Those actions here, buttons here, allow you to interact with the Appspace app. Not only the app inside that's running on the room kit, but also the app that's running on the navigator outside the meeting room. From this touch panel, I can actually just press check-in, and that will check me in my meeting outside the room scheduling panel, and I will see a confirmation that I've checked in. I can also automate that check-in based on presence. So we now have digital signage running, let's just see here, digital signage running in half-wake mode on this display. That digital signage can be here to inform employees on how they should be sitting and using the space, but it also leverages sensors. And so, for example, here when I'm informing that only 2 people can be in the room, when we go over the capacity, we can leverage the information we capture here from the codec, such as number of people. We can actually override the experience, say this room is now over capacity, and inform people on how they should go to another space that can accommodate a bigger user group. Same thing with sensors such as air quality. I can trigger an alert, overwrite, and say that you should now move to another room indicated on a map that has better air quality. So using the sensors that may be running inside the room or natively on the codec, you're able to indicate to the Appspace app which content or which information should be displayed. Other things you can do is on the touch 10 here, you'll notice that I have a user adoption button. That allows me to trigger a user adoption video to play back from the Appspace app. So this is a video created by Taleka, a content partner from Cisco Webex.
You can use your touch panel to share content.
This will help first-time users in a meeting room to use the technology at its max capacity. If a user wants to access a live TV stream, whether it's a town hall or just news channel, you can now access that by just pressing
Abigail, I know you've got Tesla on your radar.
Live in. So that was a live stream from Bloomberg. You can also access your WebEx recordings, such as a company town hall that was published to that device.
Hello, everybody.
So running the Appspace app on the Room Kit is not only about one playlist of content, it's also about this concept of content on demand, where the employee can view the content that's relevant to them, but also by the ability to overwrite any content running on the device when an emergency happens in the workspace environment. I'm going to press the More button just to show you a few more features. You can turn off signage, turn on signage. And finally, when you leave the room, we will detect that no one is left in the room. We'll put the room in warning cleaning service team. We'll generate a service desk ticket to the cleaning staff so they're informed the room is now ready for cleanup. As I leave the room, the navigator outside the room is displaying a warning message saying that this room is now being locked. And if I try to touch the panel, you'll notice nothing happens. I'm literally locked out of the Appspace room scheduling experience until the cleaning service team closes the ticket in ServiceNow and the Appspace card resumes to its default room scheduling experience. All right, we're done with our meeting. I did a hot desk reservation earlier today, so I'm going to go ahead and move to the workspace environment. And let me just press one more time the hot desk. So here we have a setup with 3 hot desks. As you can see, the one in the middle is blocked by facilities for social distancing purposes. I've actually booked this desk here on the left side by the window. And as you can see, it's displaying our standard corporate messaging and content. But if I touch the device like I did at home, I can actually access my personal channel. So because I booked this desk and this desk is paired with the Desk Pro, when I actually book the desk, I can also implement a policy that says that that device should be assigned my personal channels. So during the duration of that booking, the content that's actually running on this device is content that's relevant to me. Now that also allows me to do something really nice with this workspace that, as you can see, although really fancy, has no personal items. I can start playing back my personal channels, and now my family pictures, my news feeds, sports feeds are also displaying on that, making this workspace my personal workspace for the duration of my reservation. You'll also notice more content on a WebEx board here and a QR code. The QR code allows me to actually decide which content I want to be displaying on this device, so I can start tuning the whole neighborhood here to my team. So if, for example, it's the customer success team that's using that workspace environment, I can not only personalize the devices on the desk, I can also personalize the devices that are within that neighborhood. All right, I'm done with my my day at the desk, at my hot desk environment. I'm just going to go for a final breakout session in the huddle space. I have a WebEx board. The WebEx board is running digital signage. You're going to want to capitalize on the real estate of every piece of glass you have to communicate best practices for all your employees to make sure that you provide a safe and connected workplace. But of course, because you're running the Appspace app and you're on a device that has touch capabilities, you can simply interact with the Appspace app. And in this case, I didn't book this device, so it's displaying channels that are assigned to the device, not to the user. But this does allow me to access, for example, a live TV stream. It could be a town hall. It could be, just in this case, Bloomberg content.
This is your best weapon.
I can also access company town halls that I may have missed, or any other type of information. Maybe I'm just looking for the Wi-Fi credentials. This is the end of our user journey. As you can see, we really focused on providing a platform to engage with employees, make sure that employees have tools to stay connected, whether they're at home or in the office. We provided tools for facilities managers and HR to provide a very easy return to the office that is controlled, that's monitored at all time. We provided tools in the workspace to get employees from a location to a destination as quickly as possible, and making sure that they know where they are and where they need to go through our kiosk and wayfinding services. We provided scheduling tools such as our room scheduling tool that enhance the experience beyond just booking a resource, but also being able to view other resources on other floors or other areas of the building. And then finally, we really made sure that any device that's connected to the network can run the Appspace app, so that you really have this ability to keep your employees connected throughout their journey, and that you're able to make sure your messages are going through. And repetition is important, but also allowing the employee to view content on demand and consume the content that's important to them when it's important to them. Exactly like we have at home when we're in our living room watching TV or watching sports on our tablet, on our phone, or on smart TV, and not being just pushed one type of playlist of content. I hope this was all useful. There's a lot more we can share. If you want to find out more, go to appspace.com/Cisco. We'll be more than happy to help you. Also, if you just want to reach out to me, Thomas@appspace.com. I'm on WebEx Teams, so extremely easy to just buzz me if you have any questions. Thanks for joining, and I hope you have a fantastic WebexOne.